We're surrounded by Pokemans, and I don't really want any of them. I am Mecha. We have confirmation on Indiana Jones, and I was right, and I don't like being right. But I was right about this one. I think everybody saw it coming. James Manbaby, the one who blocked people on Twitter for not, I don't care, was rewritten to properly address Harrison Ford's age. Did you forget he's like 700 years old? I think they did. I think James Manbaby did forget that Harrison Ford is 1,000,000 years old. And that's what I'm going with, and that's the story I'm sticking with. He said the script for the movie underwent rewrites to properly address Harrison Ford's advanced years. Director James Manbaby says Indiana Jones 5 underwent rewrites to better work in Harrison Ford's age into the movie script. They said it like 17 times. Spoiler, this article confirms that I'm right about him dying. They're gonna kill him off, because that's all this guy can do. He did the same thing in Logan, and that's why they brought him in specifically. Because Harrison Ford doesn't want to play this character anymore. Lucasfilm can't just let one go. You don't need to make these until the end of time, Lucasfilm. The long-awaited sequel will be Ford's final appearance in the franchise, after the 4 previous outings as the iconic archaeologist. While details around the movie are being kept under wraps, the film will be the first not to be directed by Steven Spielberg, with Logan's Manbaby taking the lead behind the camera alongside Ford. There will also be, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Alongside Ford, the movie will also see the return of John Rhys Davies as a series regular. Oh, okay, well that's okay. How about not? No, they're gonna kill him off too. A host of newcomers who include Mads Mikkelsen as basically the same guy that the other guy was playing in the first one, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge joining Indy's final outing, and she's gonna take the whip and she's gonna be know your place and stay in your lane. You're just an old white dude. Well, no doubt, an exciting endeavor for Manbaby. There were certain things that the director wanted to ensure. Oh, that he yelled at the viewers, yelled at the audience, got mad at her. That's fine. If they're allowed to do it, I am too, right? Mangold described how the movie script underwent rewrites to ensure it's correctly dealt with Ford's age. Check out what Manbaby shared below. It became really important to me to figure out how to make this movie about a hero at sunset. Didn't you do that with Professor X? This is why I don't want to watch that one either. Are you going to have a bratty kid in this one too? If they have a kid in this one, I'm definitely not watching it. The issues I brought up about Indy's age were not things I thought were being addressed in the material being developed at the time. There were old jokes, but the material, they're going to have old age jokes. To me, whatever your greatest liability, you should fly straight towards that. If you try to pretend it's not there, you end up getting slings and arrows the whole way. So yes, you're inevitably going towards him dying. Your greatest liability is he's gonna be old. Now, since I recorded this big majority of this video yesterday, now Sunday, we've had a couple of bits of news that have come in to play, which I think are related and I think might affect this Indiana Jones thing. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. So I brought in the Indiana Jones and the Bob Iger expert. Who are you here?
Yeah, I'm Rob off camera.
I know. Same as always. And so this whole Indiana Jones stuff, basically the rest of the video that I recorded while you were, I don't remember what you were doing, probably getting groceries or something, doing whatever you were doing, watching sports ball, when I was live doing Pokemon, was that James Mangold has kind of confirmed that they're going to kill off Indiana Jones. I was right about that. What I did not anticipate was Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, coming back right now. And this could be some hilarious disaster unfolding in front of us. This could be a really hilarious disaster unfolding right in front of us. What do you think?
I think it's whatever wheel's been set in motion, it's too late to stop right now. So this is just full of bad idea after bad idea, and I don't think Bob Iger is going to make one bit of difference on this.
Do you think he's involved in some of these reshoots that I've heard? Do you think that's all taking place aside from whatever he's doing? Because I think he might have come in earlier than they're announced, basically, to kind of clean up some of the stuff, according to the investors.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is it might be a case of you guys have had your fun, okay, without me. Now it's time to get serious, or he might be setting up Chapek to take a fall. it's tough for me to get a read on. It really is, because a lot of the bad decisions come back to Bob Iger.
Exactly. I think pretty much unanimously, everybody's under agreement that Bob Iger was responsible for Rise of Skywalker for the most part. We heard that there were multiple cuts of that, and we kind of realized that, oh, this is the Bob Iger cut we got, because it made nobody happy. It brought back Palpatine. It didn't connect to anything, and it was just there to kind of do as little damage as it possibly could, I suppose. And I think that's kind of what we're getting with this Indiana Jones stuff. However, nothing they're going to do is going to fix this nightmare. Indiana Jones 5 used new VFX technology to de-age Harrison Ford back to the original trilogy, and it's a little spooky. So we're going to get Uncanny Valley Indy now.
Oh, yeah. Harrison Ford is back in adventure mode in the first images from Indiana Jones 5, which debuted exclusively via Empire Magazine. Along with some photos come confirmation that Ford will be de-aged using visual effects so that Indiana Jones appears in the film as his age from the original trilogy. De-aging technology is only used in the film's opening scene, which is set in a castle in 1944 and pits Indiana against a group of Germans.
Yeah, we're two bad guys. So what are they going to do? So they're going to have him remembering, hey, remember that time? And then he's going to be sitting there in an old age home, waiting to die, getting his diaper changed or something.
Oh boy, I had some adventures.
Yeah, because the article I did without you, so spoiler, it'll be attached to this video anyway. The article I did without you says that it's addressing all of his age. I think I sent that to you for your stream, didn't you? You read that article, right?
Yeah.
Where they have the reshoots, they're addressing his age, they're gonna send him riding off into the sunset, probably by killing him, most likely.
Well, if you're killing him, he's not riding off into the sunset.
Well, that's their new way of doing it. That's their new trope, is they gotta kill the old bad guys.
Yeah, kill the old hero. Kill the old hero's dead. We've replaced him with a new, more diverse hero who's new and shiny and appeals to a lot more people on Twitter.
To be angry about, because Twitter impressions are just, they don't matter. They're angry or positive.
Then it goes on. Then we fall out and you find yourself in 1969, giggity. And said director James Mangold, who is taking over the filmmaking duties on the franchise from Steven Spielberg, so that the audience doesn't experience the change between 40s and 60s as intellectual conceit, but literally experiences the buccaneering spirit of those early days and then the beginning of now. What kind of word salad is that? My hope is that although it will be talked about in terms of technology, you will just watch it and go, oh my god, they just found footage. No, we won't. No. It's still not that good. This was a thing shot 40 years ago. Added producer Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, Kathy.
Yes, of course.
Dropping you into an adventure, something Indy is looking for, and instantly you have that feeling, I'm in an Indiana Jones movie.
The one where she's dancing around like an idiot in the beginning in that opening one?
Yes.
That bad one where it's just Willie screaming?
Yes.
I don't like that one. That was the bad one. No, the movie's fine. I just don't like the screaming bits and Kathleen Kennedy bits. Yeah. Nobody likes Kathleen Kennedy's bits. Not even Frank Marshall. That's
right. Frank Marshall doesn't like it, which is why,
That's why he's got the little pool girl or boy or whatever.
Whatever he's into. Who cares?
My hope is that although it will be talked about in terms of technology, so that's what we read.
Yeah.
As reported by Empire Magazine, several techniques were employed to pull off the sequence, including new ILM software that trawled through the archived material of the younger Harrison Ford before freshly shot footage.
ILM software volume. That's the volume. It's probably the volume thing software, which nobody knows how to work. if you've watched Black Panther.
Or She-Hulk.
Or Shulky.
Re-Hulk.
Yeah. Everything in She-Hulk, just about everything was shot against the green screen. Yeah. That twerking scene, that was shot against a green screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ford seeing himself de-age was a little spooky, but he added, this is the first time I've seen it where I believe it. I don't think even I want to know how it works, but it works. It doesn't make me want to be young, though. I'm glad to have earned my age. The bulk of Indiana Jones 5 takes place in 1969 and is set against a space run. The movie will return the franchise to its Raiders of the Lost Ark roots by having Indiana face off against the Germans once again. Hence the 1944 opening. One major action set piece of the film is set at the Apollo 11 ticker tape parade in New York,
Okay, we
which
saw
took
that.
place on October. Yeah, we saw the photo of that. August 13, 1969. The simple fact is that the moon landing program was run by a bunch of ex-World War II Germans. Because we still can't say that. Co-writer Jez Butterworth told Empire, how ex they are is a question. Is the question, and how it gets up Indy's nose. Well, there's a joke in Archer that if you walked into NASA and said, did the salute, half the room would stand up. You know, I mean...
This isn't a secret. We knew that.
Yeah, we
Werner
knew
von
this.
Braun was one of the World War II bad guys. I think we talked about this in the last video,
The whole space race was like, who's better, our Germans or their Germans?
Right. Right?
Yeah, Mads Mikkelsen is playing the Indiana Jones villain, a man named Voller, who is inspired by real-life German-turned-NASA engineer Werner von Braun.
Yeah.
The actor teased he's a man who would like to correct some of the mistakes of his past. There is something that could make the world a much better place to live in. He would love to get his hands on it. Indiana Jones wants to get his hands on it as well. And so we have a story. So all Indiana Jones movies are MacGuffin hunts.
Yeah, that part I don't mind so much. As long as they end up at Woodstock or something and it's Richie Havens' guitar or something like that, that'd be funny.
Yeah. Starring opposite Ford and Mikkelsen in the film are Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Bridge, Tom Kretschmann, Boyd Holbrook, Shawnette Renee Wilson, Toby Jones, Antonio Banderas, and John Rhys Davies.
All right, and we don't care about it. Well, they're bringing back John Rhys Davies at least. Yes. That was the part I went over on my part of this. So, yeah, just more of this BS, more bad indie, and I'm just going to blame Bob Iger, because it'll be the Bob Iger cut now.
Yeah.
Back to the other portion of my video. Why now is the perfect time to say Indiana Jones. It's going to ignore Lucas's earlier wish, and that's a good thing. So it's going against what George Lucas wanted too, and they're trying to blow smoke up my backside and say why that's a good thing.
Yes, of course.
We're waving goodbye to characters like Indiana Jones and Han Solo and allow the actor to flex his acting credentials elsewhere. Because he's not coming back because they're killing him. Be prepared. It's confirmed they're going to kill him. We kind of knew. Did anybody not figure this out already?
Yep.
See, I didn't watch Logan because I didn't want to watch that one. I don't like watching character. I just don't. I don't. And a lot of people will be like, that's the disenfranchisement. That's the disenfranchisement. It's like, no, not really. Not really. That just disenfranchises me to see movies, not anything else. That's all that does. I don't really care about seeing this. Do we want to have the memory of Indiana Jones riding off into the sunset, or do we want to see him old and decrepit, crapping himself, needing his diaper changed? I don't want to see. I just don't want to see it. I am Mecca, and that is what I have to say about that. I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere.